So for the A5 module of our project, we decided to do a tour of the Kensington Gardens. The softwares we use for this are Screencastify and Google Maps Tours. Screencastify allows us to share a screen while voicing over for the audience so that they have both the audio and visual part experience just as if they were looking at our own screen. The Kensington Gardens is a pretty massive property, so we decided to do our Google tours right around the round pond and take mostly centered around the Kensington Palace and the main attractions for that garden. Google Tours allows you a 360 visual spread of main thoroughfares and streets with up-to-date pictures of the actual attractions there, and so you can walk down streets at in the same access that the public has. And the Google Tours, it uses a similar a mapping system like we did in the last project, A4, where we plotted out routes on Google Maps between both attractions. Only this is a more pace by pace stepping between those attractions. So for the Kensington Gardens, it was the choice of William III and Mary II for their London home. And it was right around the Royal Palace, the Kensington Palace, which is the main staple in London. Queen Victoria was born in the Kensington Palace and lived there until she became the Queen in 1837. And as you can see, that's the palace right there. And this is the main street for viewing, just right over the fenced off area.
So it was Queen Caroline, who's the wife of George II, who in 1728, she molded the gardens to the present form and created the Serpentine and long water from the Westbourne Stream. And it was originally part of King George II's hunting grounds before the pond and stuff went into it. But this is the area where King George actually did his hunting.
For most of the 18th century, the gardens were closed to the public, except for on Saturdays, and they were only open to the respectably dressed. And following that, one of the main focal points of the gardens is the Peter Pan statue, which was built in 1912 by Sir George Frampton, and it was renovated about 107 years later. And it shows the magic of Peter Pan in the gardens and how its author created Peter Pan based off the gardens.
The Diana, Princess of Wales Memorial Playground, and a 7-mile memorial walk, which also goes through Hyde Park, Green Park, and St. James Park, were both open in the 2000s. And Kensington's gardens are cover 265 acres and features a number of different type of gardens, such as Italian gardens, the sunken gardens, and the Alamut, which is a garden run and maintained by volunteers. And so this is pretty much just a good view of the pond, and in the background you can see the palace, and it shows you how massive the garden is, and especially the pond. Would anyone like to add anything else?
I think that covers it.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you guys checking it out.